Okay, good morning everyone. We're back with multiplying mixed numbers. I want to make sure we do a quick review. We're going to take our two mixed numbers and we're going to decompose them using an area model. Like I said, I like to use the first fraction, put it to the left, the second fraction, put it on top. You don't have to do that, but for me it makes it easier. So now I have two whole numbers. I'm going to multiply them and that's going to become 10. I'm going to take my 2 times 2/5. I know that I can do that two different ways. I can say that's 2 copies of 2/5. So therefore 2/5 plus 2/5 equals 4/5. Or I could put the whole number over 1 and multiply it for the same result, still equaling 4/5. Now I have 2/3 times 5. Again, 5 can go over 1. Or I can make 5 copies of 2/3. But I know the faster way is 5 times 2 is 10. And because it's over 1, 1 times 3 is 3. Now, unlike in the last video, we have an improper fraction. I have more than a whole, meaning that my denominator is smaller than my numerator. 3/3 is 1 whole. So I have to convert this into a mixed number. So I can come over here and do 10/3. And I can remove how many wholes? 10 divided by 3, I can say to myself, I can get 3 wholes out of this. So if I take out 3/3, now I have 7/3. I can take out another 3/3 and another 3/3. 3, 6, 9. Give me one more third left over. So I have 1/3 left for a total of 10/3. Well, that's a whole, whole, and whole. So that equals 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1/3 equaling 3 and 1/3. So 10/3 as a mixed number is 3 and 1/3. So I'm going to put that here and circle it. And then I can erase this because you want to make your workspace neat. The neater your workspace, the more you keep numbers aligned, the more you're apt to get your answer correct and have less error. Now I have 2/3 times 2/5. Well, I can just multiply across and get 4/15. Now I have to add these 4 problems together. So I like to add vertically. It makes it a little bit easier for me. So I have 10 as a whole number. I have 3 and 1/3. I have 4/15. And I have 4/5. Okay. The operation is addition. So now I find myself in a situation. I don't have a common denominator. So I look to my multiples, or I say to myself, which one, if any, of these numbers is a multiple or a factor of the other one? So 15. I know that 3 can go into 15. It's divisible, right? 15 is divisible by 3. And I know that 15 is divisible by 5. So if I multiply by a form of 1 whole, I will get an equivalent fraction. So I'm going to multiply 1/3 by 5/5. And that's going to give me 5/15. That's an equivalent. I don't have to do anything with my 4/15 because that is the same denominator. And now I want to say to myself, what times 5 gives me 15? Well, if I multiply it by a form of a whole being 3/3, I'm going to get 12/15. Notice how I keep everything lined up. I can draw a line if I want. Bring over my whole numbers. So now I have 10 and I have 3. Now I can add these fractions because they have the same denominator. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 12 is 21/15. Now I'm faced with the same situation I was with over here, an improper fraction. I have to convert that into a mixed number. I recognize I have more than a whole. So if I take 15/15 away from 21/15, I can do that over here. I'll wind up with, oh, that's a little small. Let me rewrite it for you. Try that again. and I take this away, I'm left with 21 minus 15 is 6/15. So 21/15 equals 1 and 6/15. Now I can add that to my 13. So 13 and 21/15 really means 13 plus 1 and 6/15. And that would equal 4 and 6/15. Now, it's a little sloppy. I'd like it to be neater, but I know that mathematically it works itself out. So if you take your time, make sure you use your multiples, make sure you recognize when you have an improper fraction and convert it into a mixed number. Try to keep your math aligned. You should come up with the right answer. You should be proud of yourself if you did this already, because you just went and solved a multi-step, multi-operational problem. Think about that. All the steps and 2 different operations. I hope you guys have a great day and that this video helped. Take care.